Kishimoto Ayase lay in bed and gazed vaguely out the window. His hospital window lacked the metal bars found in those of Arkhart Medical, where she had been in the past. Beyond the window spread the sunset sky and the clustered high-rise buildings of Shinjuku. Several pigeons flew diagonally across the view, beating their wings furiously. Ayase occasionally knitted her eyebrows, as if she were suffering. Her eyes were slightly sleepy and reflected nothing in them, nor did her lips croon with the gorgeous voice that had drawn in the youth of Shibuya. Following a failed suicide attempt, Ayase was being held in the psychiatric ward of a large general hospital located in Yoyogi. For the most part, her injuries had already healed. The doctor had told her it was a miracle she had managed to get by with only a few scrapes, despite the fact that she'd fallen from such a height. Even so, she had also hit her head hard, and she had been hospitalized here for over a week, so that they could study her condition. But then, even if they said they were going to see how she was doing, it only consisted of a simple examination every 2 days or so, and the rest of the time, they essentially left her to languish. She had an individual room without any other beds in it. Her t-shirt stood propped up against the windowsill. She left it there the whole time, but not one of the people who came to visit or came to the hospital room had noticed it. She didn't have many visitors. Phantoms and fans had come barging in on a daily basis, but the hospital banned them from seeing her, under the justification that it would inconvenience those around her. There was almost no one else likely to come visit Ayase, who was estranged from her family. The other band members had shown their faces once, but when they did, she had been the one to bring up the topic of breaking up. Since then, they hadn't made any attempts to contact her.
岸本さん、体温計ピピってなりました？
It's kinda suspicious that the same nurse is here all the time. The door to the hospital room opened, and a white-garbed nurse came in. Ayase curiously turned her face in the nurse's direction, and then, as if she'd only just remembered it, pulled out the thermometer trapped under her arm. The nurse looked at the digital numbers displayed there and wrote them down on the clipboard she had with her.
37度1分と。ちょっと熱っぽいかしら。ズキズキするわ。頭。
Ayase grimaced painfully again.
あら、また頭痛？でもそれは薬の副作用よ。気にしなくてもそのうち良くなりますよ。
The nurse answered with a smile, now that Ayase had returned the thermometer to her. Her expression was soft, but the tenderness needed to reassure patients. But Ayase pressed a hand to her forehead and shook her head. Ayase had been troubled by a dull headache ever since she first entered the hospital. It wasn't so strong that she would openly say it hurt her, but she had this constant and unpleasant feeling that her brain was pulsing in her head, and it numbed her ability to think straight. And her body too felt leaden. Ayase had experienced the same symptoms in the past, when she was in Heart Hospital, medical, whatever. Back then, she had been tormented by migraines 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, and her emotions became unstable as she lost the ability to sleep regularly. Constant migraines, that's insane. Memories she didn't want to recall, the sealed away past, memories from over 2 years ago. The ache in her head triggered flashbacks in her brain. Okay. That's not creepy at all. A dark room, a tiny window fitted with iron bars. Aside from the part where the window was, the walls were covered entirely in mirrors. Isay was bound in the dead center of the room and made to sit in a crude steel crafted chair. I didn't even begin to think what this is. On her head was a type of headgear with numerous cords attached to it, and hands were bound behind the chair's backrest. And her face was fixed in place with her chin tilted up slightly. Nobody else was in the room. Only Isay's well breath and the kicking of the chair continued resounding through the room. Drool hung from the corner of her mouth, and she let out a beastly cry, almost quite difficult to associate with a girl of tender years. It was a very quiet form of torture. Is that what this is, torture? I first thought would be that they were running some kind of tests on her. They only did one thing to her. Even intervals of 5 seconds each, without any irregularities. A drop of water fell onto her forehead. That was all. The result of this situation continuing for 2 days without any rest was that Isay was incapable of thinking about anything other than the next drop to fall, and her senses became extremely fine-tuned. And each time a water droplet struck her forehead, she had the hallucination that every nerve in her body was being torn apart. The hallucination that every bone in her body was being ground to dust. The hallucination that a long, sharp awl was penetrating her forehead. The hallucination that every liquid in her body, her blood included, was freezing. The hallucination that every inch of her skin was slowly rotting and falling away. And as these assaulted her, she could no longer stay sane. Face that she made, that's... I don't even know what to say or what to think. I mean, I guess that she had some kind of medical history. Basically being a lab rat, being tortured like that. That's insane. Breaking out of the referee, Isay clenched the sheets as she panted over and over. She quaked at the revival of her shadowed memories. The nurse from before had long since left the room. It was right around dinner time, and she could hear bitter battering in the hallway. Isay inwardly ruminated over the nurse's words. She didn't know whether this headache was truly a side effect of her medicine, or because she had hit her head when she jumped and fell, or if it were an hallucination brought about by her memories of the past. As she wiped away the sweat sweeping from her forehead, Isay laughed self-despairingly.
構わないわ。今さら何をされたって。あれを、あの神罰を耐え抜いたんだから。もう迷わない。私は。
Once she muttered to herself with heightened emotions. Isay abruptly noticed a sound echoing from the corridor. An almost comforting sound of someone's shoes on linoleum. It was the nurse. Footsteps boldly approached Isa's hospital room. After knocking the door, Isa pulled me, binding her lips to mine. What?
失礼します。
A lone man appeared, holding a gift basket full of fruit in his hand. Isa remembered seeing him somewhere before. She regarded him with caution in her eyes.
どうも。あ、別に怪しいもんじゃないっすよ。自分は。
知ってるわ。
He was a detective from the police station. He had previously come trailing after ISA, treating her as a vital person of interest in the new gen cases. The detective scratched his head happily. His demeanor was quite carefree.
いやー、嬉しいっす。君みたいな美人に覚えててもらえて。
I don't think that's helping. That attitude.
記憶力いいんすね。
The detective walked up to the bed. Isa flicked a look at the D-sword, propped up against the windowsill. It was far enough away that she could not reach it simply by stretching out her hand.
今日はお見舞いに来たんすよ。
そうは思えないわ。目的は？
鋭いっすね。
The detective recalled exaggeratedly. There was something rhetorical in his attitude.
まあ、ちょっと綾瀬ちゃんに聞きたいことがあって。あ、これ、よかったら食べてほしいっす。
The innocent smile, the detective held out the basket he was carrying, and laid it by Isa's feet without quite obtaining her consent.
うまいっすよ。あと、高かった。と。
Don't throw a pity party, please.
いらない。
まあ、そう言わず、せっかく買ってきたんで。後でお母さんが来た時にでも切ってもらって。しまった。綾瀬ちゃんはもう何年も両親に会ってないんだったっすね。
You're not helping. Isa felt nothing in particular, even in response to the detective's air of fake innocence. She severed ties with her parents when she was young. Her parents were the kind of people who cared about appearances, and Isa, who at the time had caused nothing but trouble, was inconvenient for them. There technically remained a connection between her and them. Every month, money for living expenses got added to her bank account.
申し訳ないっす。
The detective bowed his head to her. Though Isa had at last begun to overcome how shaken she'd felt after her flashbacks, she didn't want to spend too much time speaking with this detective, and so she moved to hasten the conversation.
聞きたいことって何？アリバイ？
違うっすよ。それは前に散々聞いたし。もう綾瀬ちゃんの容疑は晴れたっす。君は白、真っ白。
目星がついたの？犯人の。
それは教えられないんすよ。捜査上の秘密っす。
匠。
秘密っす。
The detective was smiling, trying to fool her with a grin. When he smiled like that, she caught a glimpse of the parts of him that remained unrefined.
しかし西条くんは不思議な少年っすね。彼を見ていると殺人の容疑者にはとても見えない。もしあれで本当に犯人だったとしたら、まさに人の皮をかぶった悪魔っす。
まだ容疑者なのね、彼。
いや、そういうわけじゃないっすよ。
Even as Isa persisted in pointing it out to him, the detective laughed and denied it at once.
あ、今の話誰にも言っちゃダメっすからね。情報漏洩すると上司に怒られるんすよ。まあ当然なんすけど、この前も先輩のとばっちりで怒られたばっかで。綾瀬ちゃんも一度会ってると思うんすけど、覚えてるかな。バンさんっていう髪がボサボサで武将髭生やしたおっさんでか。
I say remembered. When they were questioning her, in fact, the older detective had spoken far more often than the young detective here now, and his manner of speech had been considerably persistent.
あの人がすぐ「このバカ!」って怒鳴るんすよ。そのくせ自分は本来の捜査をせずに、なんだかわけのわからないことばっか調べてて、挙句の果てに自分まで無理やり付き合わされて、最近胃が痛いんすよね。いや、まあ根はいい人っすし、勘が異常に鋭い人で、過去にも難事件をいくつか解決に導いたらしいんすけどね。
その話をするためここに来たのは。
I love how sharp Isay is, and just so dismissive of him. When Isay interrupted him, the detective smiled wryly.
ああ、いや、申し訳ないっす。つい愚痴入っちゃったっすね。
I would say get to the point.
今の話は全面的に内緒にしてほしいっす。諏訪守、一生のお願いっすよ。
それで
一つ目は、なんであんなことを？
Isay understood that he was referring to how she jumped from the school roof.
もう何度も話したわ、他の刑事さんに。
邪神王グラジオールの復活を阻止するためですか？
死ぬつもりなんてなかった。魂を一つ上のステージに持っていこうとしただけよ。
例の若者の間で話題になった君の歌についても似たようなこと言ってたっすよね。
Also, second question. Isay took a small breath.
ニュージェネのことを歌ったものなんかじゃないわ。グラジオールサーガのインスピレーションを受けて作った第3章102節よ。世界に邪神王グラジオールが現れようとしている。復活を阻止するにはグラジオールが流した黒い血によって作られた7つの杭が必要。杭は剣へと形を変え、神罰を乗り越えた7人の黒騎士の手に渡る。
So the stakes transform into swords. It must be the deed swords. Oh, I'm sorry, my fingers just. Oops. I just stretched and I didn't realize it sounded so loud. Black Knights would overcome celestial punishment, so that means that people who have been troubled in the past, one way or another, mentally, those are chosen to receive the sword. So 7, huh? Akumi, Ayase, Senna, kozu-pii. Those are 4. So if I had to guess, 5 would be Rimi, 6th would be Yua, 7th would be Nanami then. That would make sense, and those are 7.
目には目を、歯には歯を。
I mean, that's such an obvious parallel to what we've been seeing.
邪神を背負いし人間だけが邪神王を滅ぼせるのよ。
なんか映画みたいっすね。そういう壮大な設定は好きっす。
Ayase narrowed her eyes when the detective gave her his impressions.
設定じゃないわ。現実よ。
じゃあ最後の質問っす。
The detective let Isaac's objection slide without comment, but she was used to receiving that sort of reaction. Up until the present, there had not been a single person who believed Isaac's story.
君や西条くんの他にも水明の生徒について何人か洗ったんすけどね。
The detective folded his arms and groaned. This too seemed theatrical, but Isaac had no intention of saying so to him.
何？
すごくバカバカしい質問なんすけど、刑事が質問するようなことじゃないんすよね、本当は。子供じみてるっていうか。
そう。質問する気がないなら出て行って。頭が痛いの。
ああ、いや、実はね、バンさんが妙なことを言い出してるんですよ。君たちは魔法使いなんじゃないかって。
Isaac furrowed her eyebrows a tiny bit at the phrase, "the lot of you."
違いますよね。
使えるわ。
Isaac answered without looking at the detective, instead gazing at her own hand laid atop the sheets.
綾瀬ちゃんって面白い子っすね。
でも、ニュージェネはグラジオールの騎士とは無関係。
ああ、そうっすか。まあどうでもいいんすけどね。
The detective let Isaac's words slide without showing much interest in them, then stretched widely. Without warning, an electronic sound began ringing through the quiet hospital room. After that, he took his cell phone out of his suit pocket.
まずった。病院って携帯禁止なんですよね。電源をオフにしておくの忘れてた。
Or put it on silent.
うわ、しかも女からだし。付き合って4年になるラブラブの彼女がいるんですよ。
Grinning, he pressed the off button, forcibly ending the call. He then faced Isaiah anew.
綾瀬ちゃんは映画見るっすか？スパークウォーズって知らない？それに出てくるダース・スパイダー伯爵のテーマなんす、今のメロディー。
He had no interest in movies and the like. Guessing that she was no longer bound by any duty nor any need to answer this detective's questions, she fell silent and shifted her gaze to beyond the window.
実は自分スパークウォーズオタクなんすよ。あ、興味ないっすか？そりゃ失礼したっす。
What is your point? I'm just wondering what you're trying to say about this.
じゃ、自分はこれで。
Ending with that one-sided exchange, the detective left the hospital room. As his eye made no effort to see him off. All they reflected was the sky transmuting from twilight duskiness to indigo blue.